this way. So in this case, it's our four-legged friend, and that's the addition. Today, I want to introduce you to Baisa, a 2.5-year-old Labrador to my right, working with the courageous men and women at our fire department. Baisa will serve as an accelerant detection dog, also known as an arson detection dog. So I want to take this opportunity to thank State Farm for their arson dog program that provides canine units for cities like Corpus Christi. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to welcome this new member who is coming to us from Maine, all the way from Maine. So now we have two people, well, four-legged friend and Peter Zanoni, that both come from Maine. So Maine is producing some great leaders for us. So upon completing her training in Maine, she joined forces with her handler in New Hampshire for an entire month. They were soon certified as an arson detection canine team through the Maine Criminal Justice Academy. So she went through an academy with her partner. And from what I've been told, Baisa is she's a highly skilled expert who is loyal and intelligent in her field. Additionally, she is a team player who works well with her partner and is sure to lift the spirits of those around her. It's clear that Baisa will be an asset to fire investigations and will help us save resources by efficiently finding arson-related evidence. State Farm made a great choice in providing us with this special dog. We are very blessed and lucky to have her. Enhancing the fire department's capabilities with a new tool, in this case Baisa, is essential. Baisa has proven that she is qualified by exhibiting the right balance of temperament, ability, and energy, which is essential for an arson dog. I want to pledge our continued support for our new firefighter in her efforts to help keep our communities safe and secure. So now I will hand things over to Chief Brandon Wade, who has had the chance to meet with our new member and of course provide a little bit more insight as to how we came about Baisa and what she's going to do. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you very much. I'll tell you, when I first got in the fire department, I never thought we were going to be spending money on kibble. But here we are, and I would say it's well worth it, that's for sure. So again, thank you very much for being here and joining us today. I want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to State Farm and the opportunity and the incredible support that you have provided us to our department. Arson is a grave crime, and it's not only results in a tragic loss of life, but it inflicts millions of dollars in property damages in communities across this country. It is imperative that we equip ourselves and our city with every available resource to combat this costly and at times deadly menace to society. With that in mind, I'm thrilled to officially welcome our newest team member, Baisa, the arson canine detection dog. Arson dogs are highly skilled law enforcement partners, and they are meticulously trained to uncover evidence at fire scenes, things that the humans cannot detect. These dogs and their skills can go around and pick up the slightest sense of hydrocarbons that possible arsonists did use. They work in close harmony with their human handlers, aiding in determining the cause of residential, commercial fires. They assist in solving cold cases and unearthing potential evidence in homicide investigations as well. Baisa is poised to significantly boost our fire department and law enforcement efforts here in Corpus Christi, with accurately identifying signs of arson. And as a Labrador Retriever, she possesses the ideal attributes for her role. Her keen sense of smell and tireless work ethic makes her a standout candidate for this vital mission. Labrador Retrievers are the preferred choice due to their unparalleled scent detection capabilities and their positive and outgoing disposition. During her tenure in New Hampshire, Baisa and her handler honed their skills by working on various fire scenes and dedicated over 200 hours to intensive training to ensure that her expertise in her role. Her presence in our department promises to be an invaluable asset to both the fire department and the Corpus Christi community as a whole. It is State Farm's generous funding through the Arson Dog Training Program that did make this possible, and we greatly appreciate it. Their commitment to supporting the Arson Dog Program translates to more efficient fire scene investigations, ultimately saving taxpayer dollars and bringing about arsonists, to justice. Now I'd like to invite R.J. Alfaro to shed some further light on the remarkable State Farm Arson Dog Program, and thank you again for being with us today. R.J.?
Hello, everyone. Just want to thank everyone for coming for this event. I really appreciate the turnout. And again, my name is R.J. Alfaro. I'm the sales leader for State Farm here for the Coastal Bend territory. And I'm a dog person myself, and we have our dog Max, and who's affectionately called Maximus by all of my children. And I started learning more and more about the training that Baisa went through, and the rigorous kind of training and just how smart she is. And I thought about my dog, and my dog, again, he's a rescue. My now 11-year-old daughter found him underneath the tractor. He was pretty bad shape. Got him fixed up, and now he's my favorite child. And my kids are gonna be here, so they would have heard it. I say it in front of them all the time. I'm not even lying. Max, my dog, sleeps like 15 hours a day, and still snores like a human being at night. And he quite literally has a bed in every single room in our house. Included in our master bedroom was a toddler bed, race car toddler bed that we bought for my son to try to get him to sleep in that bed. And it's Max's now, and he has his own favorite stuffed animals and his favorite pillows and his blankets, and he just hangs out there. And then to hear about but the purpose of here today is to hear the real star of the show and all the training she's done. And the mayor and fire chief have done a really good job explaining a lot of the extensive training that she has gone through, which is quite impressive. And so arson crimes in particular, what makes them so difficult to solve is the evidence quite literally burns up. So it makes it very difficult to solve. And so I was learning about some of the cases. I heard a story. So the best way I know how to explain things is through stories. And the story we heard was a true story about one of Baisa's peers named Allison out in Ohio. Now, Allison and her chief and her handler had responded to a crime, a possible arson crime, and they went to the house, they did their inspection, they walked through, and he comes out, he sees the neighbor walk outside. So, they naturally go walk to the neighbor to go see what's going on, to go see if he has anything that can help with the investigation, because as you know, it's very difficult to determine an arson crime. You have to take multiple samples, you have to run multiple tests, which can take quite a bit of time. So they go talk to the neighbor, and the neighbor, the dogs are adorable, right? So the neighbor naturally goes to pet the dog, right? And she pets Allison, Allison immediately sits. Okay, notices that, right? So he continues, the handler continues the conversation with the neighbor, and and then goes to pet again, and the dog sits again, right? So the handler quietly excuses himself for the conversation. He goes and gets a search warrant. It's approved, and then Allison and the handler go and inspect the neighbor's house to do a walkthrough. And again, they're trained to detect accelerants, which could be used to intentionally start a fire. So upon their search, they were able to uncover the chemicals that were used to start the fire, and it resulted in 12 counts of attempted murder for that neighbor, as it was determined that it was intentional harm that was caused, which was quite an amazing story. And that was the best way I did be able to describe what Arson Dog and what Baisa can do for the community and how she can serve. And another point I did want to make is, yes, State Farm, we're so glad to be able to give this to the community. We're so glad to be able to make this program. But Baisa is not only for State Farm homeowners claims. It's for the community and the surrounding communities. If there's anything where she can help, she's more than welcome. She's more than able to go over there and support any type of event. And when she's not working, she's very friendly. If you guys have seen that already, she's very friendly. She'll be spending some time in schools, educating kids, and just overall promoting fire safety and fire awareness. So a very hardworking dog, completely contrary to my dog, which finds different, it's just completely a very hard napper. But we're just to kind of close, we're going to close this off from our section. We're going to go and do a demonstration of how it works. And so I'm going to pass it over to her handler, Matt, which he's going to go ahead and he's coming. I'll delay a couple seconds while Matt comes back, and he can show you guys a demonstration of what she's able to do. So once again, thank you all for coming on behalf of State Farm, and we're really, really fortunate and happy to be able to provide this to the community. Thank you.
Yeah, no. not me. So, just real quick, my name's Mike. I'm the arson investigator and handler for Baisa. What we're going to do over here is each one of these cans has some burned construction material, carpet padding, some hard plastic, some soft plastic, and then one of the cans has her training aid, which is an accelerant. So what I'll do is I'll put on my food pouch, because Baisa works for food, and we'll spin that thing like the Wheel of Fortune, right? And we'll have her go, and she will alert by using the SIT, right, where the accelerant is, and then I'll roll up and I'll feed her. And so this is some of the training that we do. All right? So just give me a few minutes. I got to pop the lid on this. I got to get her food pouch. All righty? So this one right here has the training aid in it. Spin that a little bit. And so she's pretty calm and cool until she knows when I put the pouch on and it's time to go to work. All right, you ready? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Seek. 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 Oh, good girl. Girl, Baj. Good girl. So we'll spin it again. Down. Down. Seek. 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 Oh, good girl. Good job. All right, one more time. This is about as exciting as it gets right here. Ready? See? So she did alert every time. I don't know why. I think there's a little bit of slope that keeps on ending up right here. But anyhow, that's what she does. Down. All right, that's it. Just if anybody's got any questions. Okay, yeah, no, I'm done.
No, she won't be housed here. She'll be with him. She will stay with the investigator, and wherever his office is, she goes home with them. So they are truly, they're not even a team anymore. They're family. Yeah, they're family. So again, thank you again for coming. And this is a huge asset, again, not just as State Farm said, for anything that's State Farm, it's to the community. And we pledge to use her to benefit the community as a whole. Arson is something that impacts and can strike fear in any neighborhood, in any city that it occurs. So having this asset for the Corpus Christi Fire Department is tremendous. Not every department has an arson detection dog, and the fact that we now have one here on the coastal bend and in the city of Corpus Christi is a great milestone for protecting our citizens and the public here. So thank you again for coming out and welcoming Baisa to our department. And the press conference now is concluded, but please feel free to ask the investigator questions or Baisa if you want. We'll see how she responds, but also to take pictures as well. So thank you again, and we appreciate you.